They say there is no magic pill that causes you to lose weight. I want your opinion on that because I would like to buy such a pill.
Ooh, meth or cocaine.
Oh, like actual fat loss. Yeah, there's things that are pretty intense. Like, have you ever heard of DNP before?
Tell me more about this DNP.
Not, but I don't taking notes.
I don't recommend taking
How do you spell DNP?
It's like, okay, so it's like 2,4-dinitrophenol, and this stuff was used in explosives in World War. And
you're not dissuading me.
Basically, they found that when the people were making the bombs or whatever, their body temperatures were increasing substantially, and some of them overheated and died. And then they took this and marketed it as a fat loss aid, because what it does is it cranks your metabolic rate through the roof, and it basically self-induces like a fever. So
Taylor, are you sold? I'm sold.
I'm sold.
No, like, don't do it. Trust me. But basically,
where would I not buy it?
It's hard to get. It's harder to get than steroids now.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. But basically, it's like what guys do is it increases their energy expenditure so much, but they feel so shitty because they're so run down from how much their body's burning. They'll take it, sit at home in front of a fan, and just like lose fat and just fucking.
Dude, it sounds
like they're melting.
Rich.
You can be a DNP salesman because this is outstanding. Would it work while playing?
Get excited about it. Basically, you take this pill, sit, and lose weight.
Could I play Escape from Tarkov while losing weight? Because
I'm starting to feel fucking horrible.
I can play video games 12 hours a day.
I've been trying chemotherapy. Now, stay with me here. On the off chance you do have any undiagnosed cancers, problem solved there. All right?
And if you don't, you will soon. Because it's chemo.
You meet lots of ladies for short-term relationships. It's a good deal.
So DNP sounds like
lubricant, my own toys. Just
like,
anyone.
Yeah, Fight Club.
Yeah, Fight Club. I watched that recently. Really good. I probably hadn't watched Fight Club in almost 10 years, and my girlfriend had never seen it. We watched it. She thought it was great.
You know, the only thing in that movie that I, whenever I hear it, I just like roll my eyes. It's when they're on the bus and Brad Pitt's like, he's talking about commercialization of the world or something like that. And he's just like, they tried to sell you 6-pack abs and this and that. And I'm just like, you're Brad Pitt. You're Brad Pitt. You're the guy they sell the 6-pack abs with. You're that guy. You have an 8-pack. You are so lean in this movie. He's super lean in that movie.
Oh, and then Derek's take on it is Derek's take on like movie star bodies is, I don't know why people even call out this Fight Club physique is good.
Oh yeah.
What? Well, dude, Brad Pitt looked great. He looked live.
No, dude. I think his physique was great. I think that. Dude, what video are you watching? That's not even what I fucking said.
I always misquote you, but what he actually said was something closer. That's what I do. I'm sorry, but it was like I don't know why they call out Fight Club.
I didn't say that.
I don't know why they call out Fight Club as the best Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt actually looked much better in this other movie, is what you said.
Gotcha.
What was the other one? Do you know?
He looked better in Troy, I think.
Troy.
Oh, when he jumps and he zoots that guy right in the fucking side.
Like,
Yeah. Troy Brad Pitt.
That bummed me out when I first saw that movie because I was like, damn, that guy's huge. That'd be cool if somehow they run together and they're like, I'm going to join your team. We're going to be badass duos. Even though I'd read the Odyssey and the Iliad and I knew it wasn't going to happen. And then he kills him. That was just
that might be his best physique of any film. If you go back to like Thelma and Louise, he's super lean there too, but he's also probably like 20 there. Most
of his roles started like mid-20s, where he actually started. Even I think Fight Club was like the first really notable one, and prior to that, he didn't really start his acting career till like mid-20s, anyways, as far as movies go. But even that, he was skinny, but he's been shredded with a visible 6-pack for like the entirety of his career.
Yeah.
So
when was 7? When did 7 come out? Because he was not bulky in that at all. 95. Yeah.
I don't think he takes his shirt off in 7.
Thin guy.
You know, it's more like noir and it's so dark.
Shirts.
That movie rocks.
Yeah. You know what I recently learned about Tom Cruise? His body's fucking CGI these days.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
His whole body?
They do a CGI overlay when Tom Cruise is shirtless now.
That can't be true. How?
Jeez.
Absolutely.
has to be true. He's over 50, and I look at these things
what
through
was
this
he last-
distorted lens. When Derek
In The
does a
Mummy?
video and says, "Hey, let's look at how Chris Pratt got as good looking as he is," all I want to hear is he's on massive doses of tea, and Woody, it's okay you look like that. If you could make those videos, it would help my self-esteem. Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy, Derek's takeaway was he just worked hard because he had been fit earlier in his life, and he just cut the weight and got back to who he can normally be. I think it was Captain America.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, Chris Evans, and he looked at him in Captain America. And admittedly, he could be CGI'd. He could be enhanced, like we're talking about Tom Cruise. But he was like, I don't know, this just looks like him from earlier roles, but fat. I'm like, oh.
I think this Tom Cruise thing is a very unique thing to Tom Cruise. I think it's very expensive to do, but I want to say it was the
He's got
Mummy.
that Scientology money.
He's got that Scientology. He's not paying for it. The studio's paying for it. But like with, they were really banking on the Dark Universe to be Warner Brothers, I believe it's Warner Brothers, to be their Marvel. To be this new thing with like the Invisible Man and Frankenstein, and because nobody owns those characters anymore, they're too fucking old. So you can just use them. You don't have to pay somebody to make a Captain America movie. You can just, I'm gonna make a Dracula movie because who owns Dracula? No fucking body. So they made the Mummy, and they've got like Tom Cruise and a couple other stars in there. Oh yeah, what's his name? The Australian who likes to beat people up from Gladiator.
Crow something?
Yeah, Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe fighting around the world.
Fighting around the world with Russell Crowe.
Gonna beat the shit out of someone here. Fuck him up a
We're
bit.
just gonna pick a fight here. So I don't think that's him. I don't think he's legit anymore necessarily, but he's still fucking badass. Like, I guess kooky as fuck, but I really want to see the new Top Gun movie with him in it. The visuals with him in the cockpit. Like, we were watching that trailer with him in the cockpit for Top Gun 2, and my dad and I was like, if it weren't Tom Cruise, I'd never say this, but is it possible he's flying that fucking fighter jet right now? Is that possible?
Right?
Could they have given him a fight? I know he's not, but it looks so real, and he is one to jump in and just do things.
Yeah, he really does learn shit like that. He learned to skydive. He's an expert skydiver. Did you guys know that? He has something like 7,000 jumps.
Yeah, if you want to go solo, you've got to get to a pretty high level anyway, and then he kept going above that. Yeah, he's
Did you see where he snapped his ankle in that jumping scene?
Yeah.
No, I did not. In like a Mission Impossible, he just
he was jumping from building to building, and he snapped the shit out of his ankle, and then just kept going.
Yeah, he was able to keep going for a few more steps, and they were able to use that scene. Yeah,
that's an incredibly painful injury.
Derek, in all your tests, have you ever had issues with aggression? It's kind of hard to self-diagnose. Like, when you're crazy, you're the only one who doesn't know.
Yeah. So typically with gear, first of all, it depends on the compound, but largely it boils down to if you're an easily agitated person, as is, it's going to make that substantially more so. If you're a chill guy, it's not going to take you from chill to snapping on people. But there are certain compounds that do make your tolerance to shit that you think is annoying much lower. So on trend, for example, I would have if my friend would say something that I thought was dumb, I'd just be like, that's fucking stupid. And then I'd be like, whoa, relax. To myself, I'd have to catch myself sometimes.
Yeah, well, that was way over the line, man.
Yeah,
so
I'd be like,
you could be in a scenario where maybe a waitress just wants to get your order cleared up.
He's making fun of me.
And the next thing you know, she's face deep in a bowl of soup, gargling.
I told you an even number of ice cubes.
I did tell her.
Spilt my coffee.
She spilled my coffee. Dude, that's one of the funniest. Isn't it a Canadian PSA?
Yeah.
You go
about rage.
I have people on my streams asking all the time, watch Canadian PSAs. I'm doing that soon. They're hysterical.
Yeah, she comes along and accidentally spills her coffee on his hand. He just goes, she spilled my coffee. And he just fucking throws the whole pitcher in her face.
Okay, here it is. It's 30 seconds.
Yeah, let's watch it. I love this shit.
It's hilarious.